Hi there, today on this Millennial Review we're taking a look at these LED headlight bulbs in a H13 size. Now I picked these up off of Amazon. They seem to be a pretty reasonable value and they come in a nice, mostly nondescript, pretty basic cardboard box. Now these are an H13 size in the 6000K color temperature, and 6000 is going to be kind of that standard white light, not quite what a halogen light would be, but also it's not going to be blue or something where you're going to look like you got some weird headlights. Now it looks like the lights do come with a product manual. We'll take a look at this here. Talks basically about the 320 degrees of light emission. Now that's important because when you're putting this into a standard headlight housing, an LED is really a single direction. So they're managing to be able to make this do about 160 degrees each way. And it shows you all the different bulb sizes that it could come in, the dimensions. And then it looks like on the back it's going to give us some instructions on how to install them. Now after doing the unboxing, I am going to install these in my Jeep so that way you can see what the lights look like, and that'll help us know whether or not this is any good. Now in the packaging it's got some nice foam there, and this is going to be our headlight bulb. So if we take a look at this, we'll get the camera to focus up on it. Now you can see, being an H13, it's got two LEDs on each side. One of the things that I'm interested in, and we'll be able to find out, is on an H13, what actually happens is there's two filaments to get the high and the low beam. So one of the questions I had, and I wasn't quite sure of, is whether or not these will actually do a high and low beam, but we'll find that out pretty quickly. Now it's got a real nice aluminum heat sink on the end here. It's got our H13 pattern, so it should just pop right in with the factory plugs, which will be great. And then you can look on the back here. If we can get this focused up, you can actually see that it's got a fan inside, and that fan is going to help dissipate some of the heat. So the bulb kit comes with both of these bulbs and just the packaging. Pretty simple. And next up is we really got to install them and see if the bulbs look nice. Alright, so we're going to go ahead and install the second bulb. Just make sure that your bulbs are both turned off as well as relatively cold. That way you don't end up burning yourself, as that would be no good. But so again, just pinch down on the little button there. That's going to allow you to take the mount off. And then it's going to be a quarter turn on the bulb, and your H13 bulb will pull right out. Let's toss the new one in here, get the mount out of the way, see if we can't slide this in, lock it into place, and then again you've got your plug. So just go ahead and push that through, make sure that it clicks, and then once you've done that, we can just put our rubber cover back on, and that completes the installation of the H13 headlight bulbs on the Jeep. Let's take some pictures and see what it looks like out in the dark. So the car right now has the stock halogen lights in it, so when we go ahead and turn them on against this fence, you can see you've got a pretty good amount of brightness. Then you go into the highs, which shine a little bit further, back down to the lows, and then of course the highs again. And that's going to be what it looks like with the stock halogen lights mounted on the Jeep Renegade. Now we have the LEDs. As we turn it on, the lows you can see have quite a bit more light output. And then when we switch to the brights, you can actually see it doesn't seem to throw the light quite as far as the halogens, but again, there's quite a bit more overall light that you can definitely tell when you're on the highs. Now we're back down to the lows, which has a great shot, and then the highs, which brings it out just a little bit further. We're now pointed down a back road, And with the stock lows, you don't quite see the sign, but with the brights, it brightens up that sign quite a bit further off down the street. And again, lows and back to the brights, you're going to notice a pretty big difference between the low and the bright on the stock halogen. We've now swapped to the LED lights, and as we turn them on, same stretch of road, you can see that the sign in the background is lit up, even though we don't have the brights on yet. With the brights, it does advance the distance of the light a little bit further. Now, don't be fooled. Unfortunately, the camera is catching it in this angle as being a little more blue than it is in real life. It's a lot more white, but this is really illustrating that the light is brighter, but it doesn't seem to be thrown as far as the halogens that came stock with the car. Thank you everyone for watching the swap from the stock halogen lights to these new LED lights. I can say for sure that in the low beam position, I definitely prefer the LED lights more than the stock halogens. However, in the high position, I think you do give up a little bit of extra driving range for the brighter light close to you. Now, one of the things I can mention is that the white kind of light that comes out of the LEDs do make city driving and backroads driving at slower speeds far superior, and I think I'm going to keep these on the car for quite a while, as I think it's overall a better upgrade from the halogen stock headlights. Let me know what you think in the comments down below, and in case you'd like a set of these LED headlights for yourself, you can check the link down in the description. It helps out the channel, and you guys have a great day.